What is going on? Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a phenomenal day. It is definitely a phenomenal day. It's Tuesday. That means it's time for another new DC day, and it is a massive week. If you're a fan of comics, you're in the right place because we're going to be looking at that. Comics. There's a lot of them coming out tomorrow. Tons to be excited for. Some new stuff dropping. We're going to give some stuff away today. Might look at some recent news posts. We're going to be looking at and talking about a Kickstarter that launched today. I'm not big on Kickstarters. You might not be either. You might never have looked at Kickstarter, have no clue what it is. I barely know what it is, but there's something we're taking the time to check out today. So we're going to be doing all of that. So don't go anywhere. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that join button or the subscribe plus, become a channel member. Let's get going. Do not forget, in the description of all of my videos, there's fantastic resources to this amazing hobby like Big Time Collectibles. They sponsor the channel and send stuff my way to send stuff your way. So be sure to check them out if you're looking for con exclusives, retailer variants, mystery boxes. They do all kinds of stuff, and they are the #1 online comic book retailer. There is no one better doing the stuff that they do. If you need anything cleaner, press submitted to grading services, Justin Comics has got you covered. You can find him on Instagram as well. Let him know you found him via the channel. If you don't have an Instagram, you can always hit me up. I can get you direct contact to him. No problem whatsoever. Help me help you kind of thing. Happy to do it. And as always, a huge shout out to ABX Comics and Games. They are the community's comic shop. If you need a shop to pick up the books we talk about today or every time I'm on this channel, ABX has got you covered. You can set up a long distance pool list with them. Never miss out on what you're looking for. They do free shipping on orders over $100. Keep in mind, they already hook up Burt Family 54 Comics, The Adventurers, Joe, Collecting with Durs, Brian LCS, Geek Out with Roscoe. A lot of members of this community have switched over to ABX Comics and Games to guarantee they get the books they're looking for and the best customer service that's ever been invented. The customer service was founded at ABX Comics and Games. That's where it started, and it became infectious from there. And if you're a good business, you've picked up the traits and the habits and the doings of Paul Rogers at ABX Comics and Games. There's his face right there. Fantastic stuff. It's linked down below as well. Don't forget Pop's Attic is on there. All the stuff that I get that doesn't stay in my PC, stuff that Pops has, he's clearing out old stuff out of the collection. You won't find better prices anywhere for back issue stuff. It's just the one and only. Him and I take effort into looking up the prices of everything we post on there. eBay last sold, my comic shop, all over the place. Like, how much was it last sold for? What can I get one for now? And now let me undercut it all. So, yeah, we're priced to move. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to move books, not get rich. Trying to just get them out of our house. There's only so much room in the house. As you can see, I have unopened McFarlane figures here, as my good friend Izzy would say, that I got to get to open. But I ain't got nowhere else to put those boxes right now. So we got to get them out of the house. We need the space. Go get some awesome books for dirt cheap. There's some stuff on there too. I handed him a bunch of 1-in-25 ratio covers lately. Some San Diego Comic Con exclusives. Some good stuff on there. You might want to go check it out. Definitely worth the time. Lisa Babs, what is going on? Happy Tuesday to you. Hope you're doing good today. Good to see you in here. C. Payne, hello everyone. Hope you're having a great day. You as well. So far, so good for me. I've been running and gunning. Kids got out to school. I went to the DMV or DDS, whatever it's called in your area. It's a big year for cards. My driver's license card expires this year, and you can do it online. You can renew it online, sure, but you don't get it for as long as if you go in person. And also, I still hadn't changed my address on it since we moved back into this house. I think July was 3 years ago. So it still had a different address on it. So I'm like, oh, I'll go do that now since it's expiring. No reason to do it before. So I went there in person. It's always, man, I know people complain about the DMV and stuff. As long as you go with everything that you need, which isn't much. Like I renewed my license and did a change of address with just one piece of mail. That's all it took. And it's kind of fun. I like sitting there watching all the people. You know, you might think it's frustrating. Other people do too. And it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. And then from there, I went to the bank, updated my address at my bank. It's also the year that my bank card has to be renewed. God, I hate that. You get a new bank card. The number's the same, but that CVC number changes. So you have to update it on all your prepaid stuff, all these streaming services, all these things. It's such a pain in the brain. but it is what it is, right? Just one of those things. There's me reminding you all to hit the thumbs up if you haven't already, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to share the stream. And the super chat goal is up. That extra bonus prize. I've got 4 comics that I curated for today to go into the super chat goal. If we hit it, we're giving away books, but also got the mystery pack. I'll show you one of the books on it. We got some World's Finest goodness on there in the mystery pack. Of course, the Justice League Watchtower ID cards, an unopened pack of Return of Superman trading cards. So get all kinds of bonus stuff and 4 mystery comics. Well, technically 3 mystery comics now because you've seen that World's Finest is in there. So yeah, if we hit that super chat goal, we'll run that with it. All to one lucky winner. What's up, Pop? Hello, everyone. New Comic Book Day Eve. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Nerdy Geek. Hope you're doing good today. Pop's throwing those custom emojis. You get access to those by joining the channel membership at any tier at all. The supporter tier gets you access to those. But if you join the Legion tier, you get all the bonus perks, private stream invites, early access to content, and your name on the monthly Legion loot wheel. If you want to see what a Legion loot looks like, Bearded Comic Bro won, I don't know if it was, no, Burt Family 54 Comics won the last one and posted a video. Bearded Comic Bro posted a video yesterday. He won the Epic Summer Legion loot giveaway. It was wild. So check that video out. Bearded Comic Bro. Phil Ailing, what is going on? Good to see you. I'm a big fan of kickstands. Absolutely. All righty, DC Day already. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Collector P is in the chat. Hope you're doing well as well. The Southern gentleman known as Brian LCS. Hey, is this the CBC Award finalist Legion of Comics? I absolutely forgot about that. Brian, what are we telling people now? We're past the subscribe to the channel phase. So the CBC Awards, or the Comic Book Community Awards, put on by Brian LCS. They'll be hosted by Hall Yeah Comics and Lettuce Comics this year. The finalists were announced this past week. So you can go to cbcawards.org, which Brian will post a link in the chat. You can go there and vote for people to win the award. I've won a few before. There's one sitting behind Alfred there. There's they're see-through, but they're across this whole shelf and behind that Turok. So I'm very grateful to everybody that thinks about the channel and votes for the channel. You know, it's not just me. You know, I got Sector that does all this content with me, and our show At Week's End that I do on Sundays. That won last year. But I'm a finalist in somewhere in there. I forget what the category is called, but you don't have to go vote for me. I'm not asking you to vote for me. Vote for whoever you want to vote for, but just go vote. It's fun. You'll get introduced to a lot of new channels. And yeah, vote for whoever you want. If you vote for me, thank you. If you don't vote for me, just go vote. House of L Comics, what is going on, brother? Ruby G is on the scene. Cowabunga to you. Mark has hair. Did he lose his hat? Hat's over here. My hair's wet right now. Hair's wet. But yeah, I do have hair. I have nice hair. And the hat helps with it, to be honest with you. It's kind of funny how that works out. Ronnie Johnson, what is going on, homie? Good to see you in here. And there's a fan blowing on me, so it'll be interesting. If you look how my hair is right now, take a screenshot, and we'll see how it looks when it dries by the end of the stream. Normally, because I have cowlicks, wicked cowlicks. That's why I just throw my hair up and push it a little bit. I actually don't do my hair. I do that to my hair with my hand a couple of times, and then just let it do what the cowlicks want it to do. The cowlicks decide my fate. I wonder if I made the list for comic book community for a channel with too many themes. That should be a category. That should be a category. Hello to last week's weekly prize winner. And Scotty, I got you boxed up right here, my man. Got you boxed up and sitting here. I got to get you to the post office, which means got to pass it off to Pops. There it is. CBCAwards.org. Finals voting closes 10/11. That's easy to remember. 10/11. 10/11. Mark is Legion. We are Legion. There it is. Mark is up for Comic Book Community Channel of the Year. Nice. Channel of the Year. I think I was up for that one last year as well. Did I win that one? Oh yeah, I won one called Favorite Channel last year. Favorite Channel. Got one of those. I don't think I have one that says Channel of the Year. That'd be cool. Again, you ain't got to vote for me. Vote for whoever you want. Just go vote. It's fun. Also, my first time being invited. Yeah, the Adventurous one. Joseph Michaels is in there for toy reviews, and it's cool. The footage has his Power Suit Lex Joe, that video did it, my man. That video did it. And you know you got my vote, brother. Fresh cut, looking clean. Yeah, dude. I just, what is it today? Tuesday? So we got a cut 2 days ago. Like, it's wild things I have to do to try to fit everything into my schedule. But just thinking about Sunday, I had my mom take the kids over to my best bud Lee's house. He's like he does hair for a living, hair and makeup and stuff. He's like a whatever you call a professional, one of those people. He's not a barber, whatever is more than a barber. That's what he does. And so I try to get it cut by him, save money and stuff. But sent mom over there because I was working, and there's like this little window after work before getting the kids fed, bathed, and in bed on time. So she takes them over there. I get off work and I go straight over there. We literally pass each other coming in and out of the neighborhood and everything. It was pretty funny. There we go. Lisa Babs dropping the link. Appreciate you, Lisa. And who sleep in field wake up with cow ticks? There you go. Confucius say, remember She-Hulk smashed that thumbs up. Appreciate that. Stylist. Yeah, there you go. Stylist. Remember to prison yard shank that like button. Let's go. Someone's got to do it. Yeah, a lot of people cracked up over how tiny Lex's head looked because I did it backwards. Yeah, the pin. The pin is confusing. Where are you going an hour early?
I'm going to run to Belk and see if I can find a shirt for Finn's picture day.
Yeah.
Because the one that I got him matches the background.
Is it tomorrow?
No, it's Friday.
Okay. You got time.
You need to keep your deodorant since I'm going to be in the...
No, I'll get my own deodorant.
Okay.
I'm weird.
My bad.
Yeah.
So sorry.
I appreciate you asking. I'm weird, though. I don't know what flavor I'm feeling.
That's fair.
It's a weird thing to call it, too. I don't eat the deodorant, but
You lick it sometimes.
I don't think I buy deodorant from Belk's either.
No, but it's right there in the same parking lot as like Target and Ulta.
You have time for all that?
Maybe.
Oh, it sounds like you're already planning on going there.
We'll see.
You are planning on going there.
Not Target.
Ulta.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I'll get it.
Okay.
No worries. I appreciate it though.
Absolutely.
I just want to go sniff them all.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have like that was the blue label. I'm like, doesn't smell bad. I liked it, but I don't know. There's 2 different green ones. I don't know which one I'm feeling. I have to smell me all day. I like to. Some of them give me a headache.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joffrey Castro, what is going on, homie? Happy DC Tuesday to you. We are Legion. We most definitely are that. We are that. Speaking of that which we are, let me share my screen here. Share my screen and we will see what's coming out on this fantastic, beautiful new comic book day that's right around the corner. Did you get the Old Spice deodorant that DC did with them? No, I would never put Old Spice deodorant on my body ever, not once. I have used Old Spice in the past. Growing up, I used Axe when they had it, but I would never, ever, ever use Old Spice. Kyle, what kind of deodorant do I get?
Native.
Huh?
Native.
But what kind of deodorant does Native make?
Green.
Hmm?
Green. No aluminum, all natural, whatever.
No aluminum, all natural. I am a psychopath, and when I tell you I'm a psychopath, I'm not wrong though. My psychopathness, my love for conspiracy theories, and I don't mean the modern day way that term is used, but my love for those things, just going down rabbit holes, you know, it leads you to interesting information, and it is so funny the things that I've been up to speed on long before they were determined to be true. You need all deodorant that you ever put on your body and see if aluminum is part of the ingredients. Aluminum is used as an antiperspirant. It tries to block your pores so that you can't sweat. Look at what effect aluminum has long-term on your body, and then just Google the numbers and effects of that side effect, and you'll just see a perfect cross-section in the diagrams. It's not a secret, but I'm not going to tell anybody. Go look for yourself. It's easy to tell someone something. It's hard to believe when someone tells you something, especially in this day and age. But if you go look for yourself, if you literally look for yourself, take you 5 minutes, and then you will believe what you see. You don't have to believe what my eyes see. Believe what your eyes see. Green deodorant seems right for alley. Becker, green everything. Green toothbrush, green deodorant. It's not the deodorant's green, but the label's got to have green on it. Got to have green on it. What is going on, Wayne Deacon? Sleeved up and ready to hang out and listen to the stream. Awesome. Steven with the sleeves, formerly known as Burke Family 54 Comics, and will be known as Burke Family 54 Comics after he clocks out from work. 2 different people. It's like Batman and Bruce Wayne. I will not use aluminum or dude, I'm telling you, and this information is not a secret. It's just never, ever widely shared with people because money makes things move. Just rub some dirt in my armpits. Works for me. There you go. Don't have deodorant being talked about during the stream on my bingo card today. Any and everything's up for grabs with me. You know that. Steve, you know more than most people. I'm a psychopath. I've been aluminum free since 2004. Thanks, Jill. See, and it's crazy when it's one of those things when you find out about it, then you realize how many people already found out about it. But it's not something that you would ever be warned against when it should actually be something, especially if you have a physician or a doctor you see on a regular basis. This is stuff that they should have told you. They should have told you when this information came out. It should be common practice. Like, hey, by the way, we know this product, that product, this product, that product, this product, that product is deadly for you. It's harmful towards you. Will ruin your life years from now. But they don't tell you. They won't tell you. They don't tell you. Then you have to ask yourself, why don't they say this to me? Why wouldn't they tell me this if it's so basic? And then you learn the truth about the medical practice from there. The sleeved up version is my mask. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. And Burt Nasty is when he really comes out. What is going on? Good to see you in here. What is that? Guratinus Rising Renegades. GRR. What is happening? Good to see you in here. All right, so let's take a look at this. I used Old Spice since I was 20 years old. Change up, homie. Change up fast. Or see if they have an all-natural version. Working and lurking like the Night Lord. We're about to be talking about the Night Lord. First things first, first things up. First one on the list, Absolute Batman number 11, a.k.a. the Night Lord. If you know, you know. The Night Lord takes no prisoners. He thought he took no prisoners until he met this guy, Absolute Bane. The past 2 issues has been spotlighting this behemoth of a villain, this absolute mastermind of a criminal, this agent of Arc M, the facility that Bruce has broken into trying to find his missing friends. It has been a cat and mouse game for Bane, not for Batman, trying to escape out of here. We've seen them experiment on him, break him, try to destroy him mentally. They're trying to mentally break the Bat. And in the end of the last issue, it looked like he'd undergone some surgeries. This one right here, I'm not getting into spoilers. As always, guys, I'm not going to ruin a book for you. But this book right here, after I read it the other day, I messaged Steven with his sleeves. I'm like, bro, have you read it yet? Because this has got to be the craziest single issue comic I have read in the last 12 months. And it has been. It absolutely was. It absolutely was. This is insane. Let me address this real quick. Dr. Squatch has geeky themed soaps and deodorant. And the deodorant is aluminum free. My husband uses it 1000% facts. I use Dr. Squatchy soap, and right now I'm using the Godzilla X Kong New Empire themed one. If you check back on my IG feed, I posted when they came in. And the best thing about Dr. Squatch soap is how it's not a fully sealed package. So like when you put them away, it's like natural potpourri in the room. It makes the room smell fantastic. Love Dr. Squatch. Love it. Old Spice has an aluminum-free deodorant. Just check the back labels before you buy. There you go. There you go. What is going on? Heroes for Hire. Hello, madam. Good to see y'all in here. Back to Absolute Batman. Learn the origin of Bane. What drives the muscle-bound behemoth, and how did he arrive in Gotham? Wicked, wicked, wicked issue. Some things will be familiar about this character. Some things will be brand new. The level and depth that they go into this character is really packed. Packed in here, and probably it's got to be the craziest thing I've seen in comics. I mean, a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's a Batman comic. Don't forget, originally Scott Snyder wanted to call this Batman AF before they landed on Absolute Batman. This issue was definitely AF. Look at Bane's hand right there. He has Batman's cowl. That's pretty cool. We have a Lee Gabbett variant. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like, it kind of pairs with the Bane one, right? Kind of pairs with the Bane one. That's super cool. This Chris Burnham variant. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. What else we got? Holy potatoes, Clay Man goodness. Oh man. Where's Burke? Where's Burke? You see this? Bane over top of Batman's body, holding up this symbol itself like it's the emblem on his chest. Holy potatoes. Man, wait till y'all read this. It's absolutely insane. Chris Mooneyham has the 1 in 50 variant. And then we have a Fan Expo Chicago Chris Burnham exclusive. It's kind of weird. I like it. The teeth poking out of Bane's face is a little odd. They get into it with this one, the backstory and everything. You even get the explanation to his mask and why it looks the way it looks. But in the chat, who is still reading Absolute Batman? Who's out there reading Absolute Batman. Been pulling it, been reading it. Let's see what we got. What is going on, Kev? We got Entropy in Comics. Greetings. Time to line up the deodorant sponsors. I need them. You might want to switch off squats. Oh, no, that's not cool. Have to look into that. Garfong, what is going on? Good to see you in here. I went into this issue thinking anything was possible. And yeah, you still weren't prepared, right? Still weren't prepared. Been grabbing all issues of Absolute Batman, and I'm also picking up the trades. Dude, fantastic. Yeah, I saw where the first hardback editions, the first collected volumes, the first trades just started hitting shelves. They look beautiful. They look beautiful. Clayman art is great. Not the biggest fan of him after meeting him in person, but everyone has good and bad days. LOL. Yeah, you seem to catch all of them on their bad days. TK, Clayman. You got it going on. Clayman on the interiors was an absolute treat for this issue. I enjoy Nick Dragotta's art just fine. You know, art doesn't make or break a book for me. It does for a lot of people, and that's okay. That is okay. The story really captivates me. The story is what draws me in. The art is just secondary. I mean, I don't want bad art. I want art that resonates stronger with me. But if it doesn't, it's still okay. But Clayman's art was noticeably more enjoyable for me personally. I am and loving it. Nick's still pulling it. I'm behind on Absolute Batman right now, but you're still in there. You're in the pocket. You're getting it. Yeah, there you go, Nick. You might want to take him up on that. Sorry, hiding was a mistake. Hope that everyone is well today. I'm well. I am well. I don't like TK as a writer. In person, he was awesome. Oh, okay, that one's backwards. Okay, I love TK. You know that this channel is an unofficial cheerleading conglomerate made strictly to help promote Tom King. Is it just a you issue? It could be. Stay whelmed. Dude, TK is amazing. Amazing. All right, let's see what else is on the list for today. Absolute Flash, issue number 6 for all the Absolute readers out there. Where do y'all rank Flash? Where do y'all rank Flash? Are you enjoying it? This issue was nice. I didn't know what to expect going into it, like I say on a regular basis. I don't look at what's coming out ahead of time anymore. I don't read synopsis ahead of time. I just go to the shop, see what's in there, grab what's on my pull list, you know, look at the other stuff, see if there's anything else I want to toss in there. This issue was a blast. This issue was really good. You know, we've had the Rogues. The Rogues, his villains, his group of villains were introduced at the end of issue 1. So they pretty much been here this whole time, but we're going to take an issue to learn about them finally. How do they get into the program? Like, yeah, do they know each other beforehand? Well, all this stuff. It's a Rogues issue. And there's some major plot stuff added into this that might start explaining what it is that fuels the Flash. You know, we were told at the beginning of this that we're not going to have the Flash family. We're not going to have the Speed Force. We don't know, is he even moving at hyper speed? Is he going through hyper time? What are we doing? Is he teleporting? We haven't had any good description of his power set. But we had a tease in the last issue with this, what is it, Fox Air Force Base that they're at or something, where all these experiments took place, where he had the accident that made him the Flash. We had that tease at the end of the last issue where his dad opens that sealed off door and he finds what looks like a UFO and aliens in a containment jar. What are they going to do with that? What are we going to do with that? You're going to have to keep reading Absolute Flash to find out. Are we going to tie all this into aliens somehow? What are we going to do? We're going to find out. But this issue right here is kind of a detour for context. This book could use some context. It doesn't hurt. Jeff Lemire's writing is solid. I know a lot of people really praise Jeff Lemire, and he's a good writer. But in an ocean of good comics right now, there's some really dynamic writers that stand out. Jeff Lemire is simply a good writer for my taste. Flash is good. It's a good title. He's a good writer. You read something like Absolute Batman number 11 this week, and then you read Absolute Flash, you're going to see the difference in the way you feel when you end the book. Absolute Batman is going to leave your jaw on the floor. So you might want to save it to the back end of your pile. Read your other stuff first, because every title has those issues that really just blow your socks off. They stand above the rest. They just have such an impact because it's a turning point in a story or a moment or something very memorable. That might make the rest of your books feel a little bit boring this week. So save Absolute Batman for the end. But Absolute Flash, I love this. Luckily, I read Absolute Batman days ago. So when I read this one today at the shop, it was good. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Let's see what else we got. See what else we got in the chat. Bert talking about how much he loves Tom King. Big Tom King fan, he said. No one is in the path of the hurricane here. If so, hope you will. Yeah, everyone stay safe. Sorry I'm late to the party. I was handing stuff out to my LCS. What were you handing out? I want some. Send me some. I like stuff. I have hands. New comic book day. Yes, sir. Hope you're doing good today, J-Mad. Good to see you in here. Nick, hope you're doing well. Yep. DM, ash cans. Yeah, I got hands. They hold ash cans. The Absolute Flash. Definitely recommend still digging it. I like how it's shaping out. Here's a big issue, a milestone issue, if you will. Every time you can get Buckeyes on the back end of a comic issue, you got to oversize it, charge an extra buck, and bring in a lot of extra creators. And that's exactly what DC has done for Detective Comics issue 1100, an epic, star-studded, oversized celebration, 1,100 issues in the making. It's actually 1,999 issues in the making, but whatever. Solicitation department, you missed that one. Let's hit these creators real quick. We got Dan Waters, Greg Rucka, Mariko Tamaki, Tom Taylor. 4 individual stories in here, which one of them is a silent story, by the way, ironically written by Tom Taylor. They still got to script it. There's no word bubbles. There's no dialogue at all. It's pretty creative. Batman helping a kid who he uses ASL, American Sign Language, so it's clearly a kid who's doesn't have the ability to speak, but he helps him find something that went missing, and Batman brings in a little bit of backup to help the search. It's pretty cool. Each of these stories were really freaking good, by the way. A lot of these little collaboration books, these celebration books, when they do this, make a little one-off anthology book. They're really okay at best most of the time, because you don't get enough story pages to flesh something out and really deliver something memorable. But this one they did really good on. They did a memorable job on them. Dynamic storytelling and short stories, and the subject matter of them are really, really cool. This one story I really, really loved. I think it might have been Mariko Tamaki's story. Might have been Mariko's story. Might not have been. Might have been Greg Rucka's story. Might not have been. It wasn't Tom Taylor's story. I remember which one he did, but one of them you're actually following these doctors at a hospital. And it kind of the perspective of mending broken bones, stitching up minor cuts, treating bruises and minor concussions. The victims of Batman, if you will, his victims, the villainous victims, the beat up goons, the hardcore henchmen that go out there and think that they're going to hurt other people who get harmed by Batman himself. The perspective of that. It was so cool. The way that it was packaged and delivered. And in no way, no how does it try to glorify or make light of these people and their actions, make them out to be victims because they're beat up. It's such a great angle. Really, really dig it. I hope you get an opportunity to pick this one up. Even if it's a one-off, you don't pull Detective Comics, fine. You like Batman? Perfect. This is a one-off issue. You don't have to read anything that came before, anything that came after. 4 individual stories that spotlight the Dark Knight himself. And I would like to point out there is a glorious Frank Miller cover for it. Love this cover. I love how his cape is completely blacked out. It's keeping with the modern-day tradition of Frank Miller only drawing heroes squatting, crouching, whatever you want to call it. I dig it. I'm a big Frank Miller fan. I like how weird it looks. I like how the perspectives are odd. I love his scratchy artwork style. I like Frank Miller. Not a fair weather fan of Frank Miller. I don't only like the books that are worth a lot. I like his style. Would I want all my comics drawn this way? No. Do I want some of them drawn this way? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. He crushed this cover. That's a good cover. If you're a fan of his art style, this is definitely one of the better ones. One of the better ones. Super digging it. Let's see what else we got in here. Nick, damn good sir. Where'd Hatter Socks? Ask you how to change stuff. But you'll need to actually open the box. I will open it. Are you putting a time limit? If there's a time limit on it, don't put a puppy in it. Don't put a living creature in it. I can't guarantee their safety. But the last package you sent me, I'll open one day. It's sitting in eyesight over here. The roll of posters and stuff. I'll get in it. I'll get there. I opened when you sent me the books to read and everything. I opened that, right? I read them. We got to it. Congrats, off to a great start. I backed this morning. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I mentioned at the front of the stream that we're going to be checking out that Kickstarter while we're here today. While we're on here. Got to get through these books. World's Finest, issue number 42. I haven't had a chance to read this one, but it's definitely on the list. Superman, Batman, and Robin, tracing a mysterious plague that is sweeping the planet, have found patient zero. The only cure for the Bizarro is to eradicate him. So how will the world's finest trio save an entire race without murdering a sentient being? That was one thing that I thought was really cool that they did in the most recent issue of Absolute Superman. They had that flashback to Krypton, where his father underground in the mining operation, where they were getting attacked by underground creatures that their homes are disrupted by Krypton slowly dying, and he had to put this animal down to save himself and everyone else there. And the way that they treated that moment is, that Clark said, or Kal-El said, you had to do it. He goes, that doesn't make it okay. All life inherently has value, all of it. Justified or not doesn't make it okay. Let's see what else we got. For Steve, for Burke Family 54 Comics, Burke Nasty, Steven with the Sleeves, we have Wonder Woman issue number 24, Daniel Sampier's glorious artwork with Tom King's masterful writing. Wonder Woman's appearance on Mouse Man's Island has led to disastrous consequences for our hero as she becomes a fugitive on the run. With locals too afraid to speak, will she ever get the answer she needs to find Etta and Emily? Can she do it all with a screaming baby strapped to her back? That's right. The young daughter of Wonder Woman is along for the adventure, which I thought was a little odd at the end of the last issue when she was backpacking, when she was baby Bjorn with little Trinity. Not sure why there, but we'll see. This is kind of a layover storyline. We just finished the 24-issue run that tackled the Sovereign, which was a great storyline, not necessarily for the Sovereign villain aspect, but for everything that was included in that run. And now we kind of get like a Mouse Man little story here. We'll see what they do from here, more importantly. Wonder what they're going to do with Trinity. I don't know. This book has been top tier, though. TK and Daniel Sampier's work just collab so beautifully. So beautifully. Batman and Robin, year 1, number 10. I think this is meant to be a 12-issue run, so we'll see where it goes from here. I'm going to try to binge read this all because they slated it out to be like it's going to be something important and kind of cornerstone to Batman and Robin, like Batman year 1 ended up being that. Who was it? Frank Miller and Mazzucchelli, however you say his name. Batman year 1 ended up being like one of the most go-to things when you're looking back on Batman. So they wanted to do that with Batman and Robin as a dynamic duo. But Chris Samnee's art is always a treat. Mark Waid is writing it. So that's out this week for those reading it. Titans number 26, not on the pool list. Kind of sad that kind of tuckered out for me. The New Gods issue number 9, Rom V, with a slew of guest artists on this. We have Evan Cagle, Simon Parr, Francisco Segala. This was amazing. We have all the gods gathered together in times of great trouble. You put down arms, you stop what you're doing, you gather together to celebrate pretty much existing. It's like their version of a Thanksgiving almost. But the Nakari, however you say the name of that alien force that ravaged them on New Genesis, and now they're kind of regrouping on Earth. They're hot on their heels. Found out that they're on the way. You have Seraphim wanting to get a hold of this kid, this new god amongst the new gods for his secret backers. You have the Agents of Apocalypse working with Maxwell Lord, who's been touched by the great power. You get a lot of stuff teasing what's to come later this fall with the what's it called, King Omega storyline that they're going to do, where we're finally going to see what's up with touch base with, catch up with. Darkseid, the ultimate DC villain. A lot of stuff are falling into place, and there's a great character brought into the series in this issue who we have yet to see yet, but Jack Kirby creation. All this Fourth World stuff is top tier. Rom V is crushing it. Yeah, 100%, Scotty. 100%. A lot of the New God characters are, their real names are after biblical stuff. Like Highfather's real name is Isaiah and stuff like that. But yeah, Seraphim, as in the species of angels, 100%. It's all metaphors. It's really cool. Really cool. What is going on, Brother John's Comics? Good to see you in here. Bryant, what's up? What's up? Good to see you in here. My little sis can't go back and read that issue where Wonder Woman makes her daughter. She says it's so heartbreaking because her and Steve don't get to make together. Yeah, dude, that scene when she was like fighting to get to him as well, that whole issue. And the way it ended was amazing with the thread. So good. Steve has absolute Batman and Flash, Nightwing, Batman and Robin Year One, Titans, and Superman Unlimited on his pool list for this week. Solid list. Solid list. You got room for more, though. You got room for more. Of course, some Energon stuff is dropping. I'm excited. Department of Truth is coming back. Catwoman number 78. That's crazy. 78 uninterrupted issues. Here you go. Another one that's been pretty popular with the kids these days, myself included. Summer of Superman is still rocking and rolling. We got a few more weeks of summer. But Superman Unlimited issue number 4. This is the Dan Slott series. Issue 1 was phenomenal. I was very nervous about Dan Slott taking over a Superman title because, you know, I'm a Superman fan. I'm going to want to buy it. I'm going to want to spend hard-earned money on it. It was good. Number 1 was good. Number 2 was fine. Number 3 was fine. Issue number 4 here. Bro, if issue 5 feels like issue 4, I'm out. I don't want to spend money on and have like an overbloated pool list for I don't want to say pointless books, but I talk about it often. I'm a big fan of continuity. I'm a big fan of the big picture. It's a shared universe. So many great characters, so many great storylines going on, and then there's the bigger picture storyline. I love connecting all the threads through continuity. This book feels completely disassociated with continuity, which is fine. It's not the only book I read like that. But then this issue, like, why did we do this? Why from page 1 to page 28 did any of this need to happen? Even in the context of this title, as a standalone title, what does this issue do to serve the run? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Huge nothing burger. I get it. It's a cool cover. Superman looks like a bat. That's cool. I think it's cool. Legit. I like almost like the black, white, and red appeal of it. But it just feels like a nothing burger. I don't want to spend what, $4.99? Or they're taxing on this one, I think. What's the price tag on this? Yeah, $4.99 for a book that doesn't do anything for the story, for the plot. You have an ongoing comic here. It's an ongoing issue. And you have an insanely amazing Mark Spears cover, which one lucky winner can win today. Insanely amazing Mark Spears cover. So why do we have room to not progress the story? I don't know. I didn't write it. I'm not saying I could write it better either. I probably couldn't. But it just felt like a throwaway issue. How are you going to do a throwaway issue at issue number 4? That doesn't even make sense. You're supposed to be building out the story. You're supposed to be place setting the characters. It felt too tongue-in-cheek. We had big things happen. You know, Superman has this new ability where his body reacts naturally like an emergency situation, and he goes like Superman Prime, like all gold. And then you have this issue. Okay, whatever. I pre-ordered 3 Mark Spears Halloween special. Is that the blind bag thing? The Halloween bags? You know, 1 comic in them. He's got, I don't know how many different covers that you might get. How many covers total he made for it. I've kind of backed off the Mark Spears stuff. I never really jumped on it too heavily, to be honest with you. I get monsters. I like the Universal Horror Movie monsters. I get that title, which is an absolute mess. Like, as somebody who's getting them to read them, like, his artwork's cool. I pre-ordered monsters before he exploded because I saw the Universal monsters in it and I wanted to read a story about them. And I really hung in there. That story is an absolute mess from a narrative standpoint. It's wild. Let's see. Crypto issue number 3, Hyde Street issue number 8, Here's one, Justice League Red. Now, this is kind of what I'm talking about. This seems like a throwaway story, right? Justice League Red. It's going to be a little mini series. Some offbeat characters. Simon Baz, Green Lantern. We don't get to see him a lot. Red Canary. I don't know when the last time we saw Red Canary was. Deadman, Cyborg, Power Girl, Forefront, Boobs Out with Clayton Henry art, and of course, Red Tornado. I picked this one up, Justice League. Let's see what's going on. This is big continuity stuff. This is going because Red Tornado had been integrated into the Watchtower. We've had the hacking that went on with the Watchtower, stuff that had to do with that mini series, the Challengers of the Unknown mini series, the first kickoff to Justice League Unlimited. A lot of threads. This book has been threaded. I like threaded stuff. I read this. It was fantastic. I like Red Tornado. I like Simon Baz. I like Boston Brand. I like these characters. This was good. Now, ultimately, is it going to be something if you don't read it, you're going to have no clue what's going on with other stuff? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Guarantee it. I can't tell you for certain, but I know. It's going to be one of those things that's extra information, extra context. It'll flush out the big picture stuff right now. And I want all that stuff. That's what I'm looking for right now, especially knowing that we're working our way to fall with King Omega storyline. I want all the details. I want all the little crumbs. Only Spirit I buy is from Spawn. Yeah. I get the stuff that he A covers on. If it's on my pool list and it's an A cover, I get it, which is great. He's doing like the Space Quest. So I get a few spears. I get a few spears along the way, So he's doing enough these days that you're not spearless. If you got a good pool list, you're not spearless. You know what I mean? Only spear stuff I've bought outside of Space Ghost. Nice. Yeah, Space Ghost stuff is amazing, dude. Amazing. But yeah, so these characters, their Justice League identification card goes off. And it's a red alert, and they come to Red Tornado, and he gives them information, and they go from there. That's what this is about. He's ran countless scenarios and algorithms and sees that a great catastrophe is coming due to the formation of the Justice League Unlimited. Not directly. It's like one of those butterfly wing kind of things. The formation of the Justice League Unlimited has butterfly affected events toward catastrophe. So they're going to try to respond to that. It has to be kept off the books because the primary members becoming aware of it causes even more catastrophe. I'm interested after the last page even more than when I started. A character I love coming in the fray. Drop that if you'd like. What? Drop that if you like. It just hit my inbox. What are you talking about? What am I missing? What is going on? Gary Woods. Hello. And as we go through these, just as a reminder, here shortly, we'll spin for the winner of this week's giveaway, which includes Justice League Red, featuring this gorgeous Deadman cover by Christian Ward. Absolute amazing. David Nakayama, Wonder Woman 24 variant, and that Mark Spears glorious Superman cover going to one lucky winner. I don't think we hit any super chat so far. Remember, if we hit 5, hit those 5, we'll do the bonus prize in there as well. Power got him. Power. What is going on? Comic Bet? The Fray. Like an hour ago, bro. You skipped the message. Well, it happens. It moves fast. The Deadman cover it is. Gorgeous cover that you give away. Yeah, there's some good stuff. Try to pick some that I would know that I liked. What is going on? Dale of Suspense. Try to get a little variety. Always a lovely lady cover in there as well. No foil today, though. That Deadman cover and that Spears cover, I'm like, yeah, both of these they gots to go. They gots to go in there. Let's see. Just like Red. Was there any other big ones in there? I think that might be it for the DC stuff. There's the Mark Spears Space Quest on the far right there. All of the covers for Space Quest have been homages. I didn't realize that with issue 1, but when issue 2 dropped, I'm like, hey, that's a homage. And then I saw issue 3, I'm like, well, that's a homage too. So I went back and looked, and number 1 was as well. Not a fan of homages. They're cool, don't get me wrong, but give me an original cover. Give me an original cover. For all you big G fans out there as well, you know, this the 70th anniversary continues. Godzilla in Hell with the Spooky cover. Foiled Out of Its Mind is out this week. Had to get mine. I've gotten all these 70th anniversary foiled out of their mind editions. They are glorious. Glorious. So well done. So well done. Yeah, I think that's it for the DC stuff this week. Some good stuff in there. Some good stuff in there. Boop, 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 boop. All right, let's see. Ba 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 ran. Do this. All right, before we run out of time, we're checking out this Kickstarter, like I mentioned to y'all earlier. It's a buddy of mine who has a good book. He's in the chat. His name is John or Jonathan or John Comic Avalon or J-Med or just J. But it's a book called Eric from it's Avalon book number 1. This isn't a single issue comic. This is 6 issues all in one. This isn't your normal Kickstarter. It's got 13 backers. It's up to $28.50 in the first few hours. It has a goal of 6,700. We need it to get way past that. Way past that. Let me give you some backstory on this. This isn't a first-time comic writer. I mean, this isn't a first-time writer. This is his first time he's put this story to comic. It's a story he's been working on for over a decade. He's a professional writer. This isn't somebody cutting their teeth, trying out writing that you buy something and you're like, oh, it's okay. I hope they improve. I'm looking forward to improvement. If you even go back and double dip when they do the next thing. This is a full-fledged story, beginning, middle, end, over 120 pages. Ivan Tao A cover and an Ivan Tao B cover to be revealed. I actually showed it on a previous stream, but this project, someone dropped the link in the chat. I guess I could drop the link in the chat. I'm on the link. Lazy me. Copy. Yeah. It's called Eric. Let's see what he says. Let's use his words. Does it have it? Set in the near future, this sci-fi graphic novel is about the journey a father must take to save his son, the first sick child in nearly a century, which is kind of this cool thing. It's like this reverse play on like the prodigy child in a story, you know, the children of men kind of thing, that one child. While navigating a violent war between two divergent groups of human beings, charges of treason and certain death. I've stared into the darkness and know I stand no chance. That's a great quote. This book is insane. I've read it. I was aware of this for years. This book is why me and Jonathan know each other. He's worked, like I said, he's worked on this for over 10 years, getting all the pages done, self-funding it along the way. This project is finished, guys. This isn't something you back and you have to wait for to be completed. It's done. And this is your chance to check out a phenomenal story from a great creative. I highly, highly recommend checking this out. I highly recommend backing it. And like I said, it's on day one. It's got $28.50, a little bit under halfway to the necessary goal, which will just help cover shipping and further printing costs. Let's see. Look at some of these rewards. You can pledge without a reward if you just want to do a solid and help them out. You can get just a straight up digital copy as well. Straight up digital copy for $16. That seems high. Again, it's not a single issue comic. $16 is dirt cheap. A regular single issue digital comic costs you cover price of the book, $3.99 to $5.99. This is over 120 pages, y'all. 120 pages plus for $16. Go get one. Get you a physical copy is what I would really recommend. But this comes with a digital copy, an ash can, a Comic Bug Store exclusive variant covers, sticker pack, physical copy, Ivan Tao cover A for $30. That's a killer deal. Killer deal. It says it already has 5 backers on that. 5 backers on that already. And then you get the B cover. The first 50 people to get it, there's a bonus and stuff. You can go in and check out all these details for yourself. But A cover, B cover, then there's packs, you know, where you can get the A and B cover. You can get all kinds of bonus stuff in there. There's some, if you're able to, if you're capable of it, there's some pledges that get into the higher end stuff as well. You can become part of the book. You can have a quote added to one of the chapter cover pages. Put something on there really cool, something meaningful, a message to a loved one. This story is about a husband's love, how far a father would go across the galaxy and through time. This is an amazing science fiction story, and you can leave a lasting impression on it. Someone else can read your words inside here. Granted, it has that final approval from the writer. You can't go in here and write something outrageous, you know. But yeah, then there's a complete test run. You can get like the early scripts and stuff like that of it. There's some really cool stuff. Holy crap. Someone got the one above all. Damn. I was looking at this morning. There was a one of one right here opportunity, and someone already stole that up. Dang. Good stuff, though, man. Good stuff. Again, highly recommend people check this out. I don't do this ever. Y'all know that. I don't do this ever. Ever, ever, ever. I never get on here and peddle someone else's wares. I don't even peddle my own wares like I'm supposed to. I got a merch store. Check it out. Link below. It helps out a lot. I mentioned it in passing, but I rarely ever really push it. But I got channel membership. Join that. It helps tremendously. All the stuff that I do, the shipping that I do, weekly giveaways, all that, it helps. That's how I do it. And I always spend more on this channel every month than I make. So any and all help is greatly appreciated. But I never do this. I never peddle someone else's stuff. But I'm doing it here. I've read this. I've read it numerous times. That's why I'm doing it, because I read it. I believe in it. I know it's good. I know you'll like it. I know that it'd be a shame if you don't get in on this. You need to check it out. 2850, 13 backers. Get in there. Hit the link. You can at least save it for later. Thought about backing that TMNT. Man, get out of here with other stuff. Get out of here with other stuff. Other stuff. Steve, hit the link. Back this one. You can do both. It's not all or none. Do both. I believe in you. You're going to back the Turtles project no matter what, Steve, because no one in their right mind who loves TMNT would miss that. It looked cool. It looked cool. Hit that link. Go check out that. Go check that out. I'm going to start getting today's giveaway thing set up while y'all hit that link and bookmark that page. Don't lose it. Take a second to do that while I do this. What is going on? The Mad Respect. Good to see you in here. Let me pull up my phone. I want to see how this comes up. Pop says show the B cover. I don't have the finished one. I have the one that he sent, but we have it right here. There's the B cover. I've got other covers too, don't I, J-Med? I could blow up the spot right now. I'm not going to do that. I'd never do that to you. What is J-Med sending me? Holy crap. Holy crap. Yeah, let me grab that one. I just looked at my DMs. I've got the final in here. Let's see what the wife's talking about while I get this. Hello. If you want to just go pick them up, that'd be fine with me. Completely up to you. I believe in you. Love you, Bob. Nice. I don't have to rush out to go pick up the kids today. Wife's off today. That's awesome. Let's see, 253. So it's this one. Yeah. All right. Let's see how it transitions from this test copy to the final. Oh, there you go. That looks a lot better. There's the B cover. Ivan Tao goodness. Nobody in here doesn't know Ivan Tao. Mainstream, big time cover artist. Big time cover. No, you have the real one. Tell your son to listen. No, I haven't listened to Pops in far too long. It always backfires on me too. Yeah, it is saucy. And wait till you read it. This moment where this cover comes from. Guys, this guy is the writer of this book. He works professionally in the movie industry. He's a professor of in a film school, not just any film school. I'm not going to throw all of his personals out there, but he teaches classes on how to write, entry level and exit level stuff. So you're getting some very, very, very high quality storytelling with this. Hit that link. Make sure y'all go check it out. Let's see what we got here. And giveaway for today. Don't forget, we're about to give away these 3 books in just a second. Let me get the hashtag thing up here. And the hashtag for today is going to be Eric. The name of said book. Hope I spelt it right. Wouldn't that be embarrassing? It really is, loaders. Also, good day, sir. Good day to you. Good to see you in here. As always, I appreciate you coming by. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Thumbs up the stream. I'd really appreciate it. Takes a village, folks. What is going on, David? Good to see you in here, brother. What is happening? 3 good nerds. Hashtag Eric. I hope y'all get a chance to get in there and back it. I personally have not backed it yet, but I'm 1000% going to back it. Why are you sending me pictures of blue shirts? Holy crap, I like this one. The wife had to run to get a new shirt for Finn's picture day. She had bought him a shirt, and they sent a note home that said the background's going to be blue. And she's like, well, that won't work. So she had to go get a new shirt. And she sent me 4 pictures of blue shirts. I'm like, it's going to blend in. It's like a floating head. What is up, the real James Willie? How are you doing today? Good to see you in here. Let's see. Something. Hashtag floating. That'd have been a good one, right? That'd have been a good one. Did anybody check out the video on demand for Superman? A lot of stuff coming out this week. Tonight, brand new episode of Alien Earth. Negative space Finn, exactly. Brand new episode of Alien Earth, and we have Peacemaker Season 2 finally dropping. I cannot wait. Super hyped for that. Season 1 was a damn near perfect show. Perfect show. Season 2, I got high hopes for. So this coming Sunday for my live stream at Weeks In, if you enjoyed this stream talking comics, you'll enjoy that stream because we talk comics, but with spoilers. We'll be talking about each episode of Alien Earth as it comes out. We'll be talking about Peacemaker every week as it comes out. We'll be talking about the comics that we highlighted today in detail and getting into full spoilers. Just wrapped rewatching Season 1. Happy dance for Peacemaker. Can't wait. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's really good stuff. See how many people we got in this thing. Giveaway. Got a few more seconds to get it in there. Get in there. All right, getting ready to spin this. Remember, it's free shipping worldwide if you are a channel member. If you are not a channel member, it's free shipping in the US only. Shipping is expensive, folks. International shipping is expensive. But if you're a channel member, I feel like you've already paid for it. You know, like I said, the money that I make off this channel goes right into this channel, plus more money. So that's how we do it. Are we excited for Avengers after seeing the cast? Absolutely not. I'll see it. Man, I've grown up. I'm a second generation comic collector. And my dad's not a casual comic collector. My dad is like, I grew up with comic book rooms with oceans of long boxes, going to comic shop weekly, longer than I can remember. I was in the same LCS I go to today. I was in when I was a baby, having to be carried by my parents. I've been watching comic book content my entire life, from 1940s serial to current day stuff when I was born in the 80s. The MCU was amazing. Seeing these movies connect and everything was fantastic. At this point in time, I am so I feel like I'm so detached from it. Just 5 years of garbage with an occasional decent movie. I just don't care. I don't care. I'm excited for what they're doing with the DCU. I'm excited for individual properties. Like I really excited for the Predator franchise, the Alien franchise, Tron Ares, Avatar. I'm excited for that stuff. I'm just so don't give a crap about Avengers. It just reeks of desperation. Deadpool and Wolverine was fantastic and gave us a great farewell. So what is the House of No Ideas? What do? They go and grab some more old X-Men to stuff in here. Like I don't bring Robert Downey back as Dr. I don't understand how anyone cares unless like you've kind of gotten introduced to the MCU in modern times. And it's one of those things like you don't know how good we had it. Like if you've been around since day one, you know how good we had it. And the contrast between what we had versus what we have now is day and night. I'll continue to try it. I will always give it a shot. I'll always share my thoughts and my opinion on it. But I'm not giving, you don't get points for showing up. Oh, I'm just glad we have something that's better than nothing. That's not true. That's not true at all. Past 5 years proved that that's not true at all. If we had nothing instead of the trash they put out, Fantastic Four would have succeeded. Thunderbolts would have succeeded. Both of those were good movies. Both of those were good movies. Nick, the last person to try to chastise Joe on one of these Tuesday streams, after he won the giveaway, I pulled their comment right back up and screenshot it. So I hope he wins so that I can hold that comment right there on the screen with it saying, congratulations, Joe. Let Joe enter how Joe wants it. Why don't you put the hashtag in more than once, Nick? Maybe it isn't enough. Smash that like button and share. Love you, Nick. But yeah, something rather than nothing is demonstrably false. Demonstrably false. I'm excited. Can't lie. X-Men and Avengers bring multiple characters regardless of the story. Regardless of the story is scary, my man. Regardless of the story is the problem, right? Focus on the story. Get the story. I think we're cooked when it comes to the X-Men. You know, I caught shrapnel from so many people saying since few years ago, literally the first person on here talking about it, that the only way the MCU can correct itself is to kill it, burn it with fire, take a few breaths, and come back with a fresh relaunch. They're at the point where they're trying to operate a DC universe without the Trinity. It doesn't even make sense. But now that Kevin Feige said we're going to soft reboot, now they're at the point where they're going to hard reboot after Secret Wars. That's also when they're going to wait to release the X-Men. I was saying from the second they started ruining the rollout of X-Men, like it's cooked from jump. You know, they made Kamala Khan the first mutant in the MCU. You got Beast in an after credit. They brought in Binary in an after credit. They brought Professor X in just to kill him off in the Doctor Strange movie. They brought the X-Men. The X-Men are here. They're scattered. They're used as little I got $1 kind of moments and stuff. It's just they already introduced the X-Men. They did it in a crappy way where like there's no big pizzazz. X-Men are here. When they do it, like who's going to care? I know some people will care. The hopeful in me wants to be excited, but it just ain't there. It ain't there. Like I said, I'll always go. I was pleased with Fantastic Four. The best thing about Fantastic Four was completely detached from the MCU. Beginning, middle, end, it stood on its own merits. It was a good movie. Was it great? No. Is that okay? Absolutely. It was good. It was really good. Had some things that could have been better. Pedro Pascal was really flat through the whole thing. He's a good actor. It was a bad choice. Oh, well. He's kind of box office kryptonite these days. He's got a lot of stuff going on the internet that's really tainted his image. It is what it is. Never root against DC or Marvel, but we can say that we like and don't like. Right now, I don't like Marvel Studios, but I won't stop supporting 1,000%. I think it's like voting, right, E-Man? Like you don't get to complain unless you've actually, you got to put your money where your mouth is. You don't get to complain unless you participate. Like if you're pirate watching these things or not watching them at all and just complaining on the internet from pictures, like your opinion isn't valid in that point. All opinions are valid. They're not valid at that point. If people go see them and you have a constructive criticism take on something, our best bet is to hope that the studios pay attention to feedback and they They read the room and they make adjustments. And that's what Marvel did not do over the past 5 years. They didn't listen to feedback. They didn't make adjustments when they misstep. They just kept misstepping more and more. But I love these characters. I love Marvel characters. I just don't pull Marvel books outside of Hulk anymore because they're all trash. Sure, there's some good ones here and there. The universe is boring. Go read the Energon books. They're amazing. They connect well. They stand on their own well. It's a great shared universe already with Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Void Rivals. Go read Ghost Machine. 100% top tier across the board. One title is kind of boring, but it's geared specifically toward younger kids to try to have something for them. It's under a Family Odyssey imprint, so it's solicited as being for younger readers. Look at DC right now. They've been cooking for years, and now that we're in this all-in era, holy crap, it's insane how good it is. The Absolute Universe, this little sub-universe in there is just amazing. I mean, it's comparable to the Ultimate Universe, but the Ultimate Universe sucks right now. Sucks. They're finishing Spider-Man, which was like really their only flagship in it. Ultimate Black Panther was boring. Ultimate X-Men was lame. The Ultimates is here and there. Like, I tried all of them. It's just, there's nothing in there to really care about. There's really no reason. F4 and Thunderbolts can't compete with Avengers or X-Men. Well, it's because it's a gimmick, right? It's just a gimmick at that point. X-Men, God, man. Back in the 90s and in 99 when the first X-Men movie dropped, X-Men were the most recognizable comic brand the world over. The 90s were good to the X-Men. The 90s were really good to the X-Men. That's why Fox invested in that franchise. But we're in a different generation now. We're in a completely different generation. The kids, the teenagers, the 20-year-olds even, they grew up with other stuff. So if you're, I don't know, 30 plus, the X-Men still might have a lasting nostalgic thing for you. I think if you're out of your 40s, you're probably disenfranchised. You probably don't give a crap about the X-Men anymore. It's not your X-Men anymore kind of mentality. It'll be interesting to see what they do. You know, people, I don't know, man. The current X-Men books suck too. Like, it's unfortunate. Avengers as a name, they don't exist anymore. Viewers aren't blind. It's going to be like, I know that it'll do fine. People that won't show up for these standalone movies will show up for an Avengers movie because it's like the event, you know. But you're not going to see anything on the scale that you saw of Endgame. Clearly, I mean, that was an anomaly. That was such a great cultural event to get to be a part of. Looking at what Deadpool and Wolverine did as an R-rated superhero film that crossed $1.2 billion, that was really impressive. And there's a little bit of nostalgic factor that went into that, a strong word of mouth as well. And all those people in that pocket that I just mentioned, that 30 pocket, the plus 30 that felt disenfranchised, like, hey, this is my X-Men stuff coming back. This is for me. Fantastic Four is Marvel's first family. Keep in mind that Fantastic Four has had a massive footprint in society ever since the 60s, right? The end of the 60s, you had the limited motion animated stuff into the 80s, late 80s, when you had the animated stuff when they brought in Herbie because they couldn't use Human Torch because of other rights issues. In the 90s, you had the Marvel Action Hour on television where you had Fantastic Four go for 3 seasons. And even after the first season and the success of viewership, they gave it a huge financial boost. You had a Roger Corman movie that came out that was talked about and this and that. I watched that on a bootleg thing, VHS as a kid. Then you had 3 other Fantastic Four films along the way. Fantastic Four is a household name. Just no one likes it for some reason. It just doesn't resonate with as many. Avengers has the general audience more because of the cultural footprint that it made over the past 15 years with the movies. But when people see a trailer for the Avengers and they don't see Tony Stark, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, unless they decide to throw them in there. But when they start seeing all these other characters that have no like real societal built-in, it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be a good experiment. Like I said, I will be there. I will be there to buy my ticket to support the brand, not the Disney brand, but the superhero genre, to support it and to share my opinion. One time for the one cover I want. There you go. Thunderbolts was great. It spoke to me more than Superman, but understand why it didn't have the audience. Yeah, Thunderbolts was good. You know, it touched on a topic that's close to a lot of people. They couldn't even keep it in the theater for 30 days, bro. Despite the people that did see it giving it good feedback, no one went, they didn't care. I don't want to see White Widow. I want to see Black Widow. I don't want to see Bucky. I want to see Captain America. I don't want to see Red Guardian. I want to see Captain America. I don't want to see this super soldier. It was just, it's the offbeats. It's the offbeats. People lost faith in the brand. You know, I'm old school if I ain't on Laserdisc. There you go. Do I have one of those laying around here somewhere? I got Laserdisc Superman movie laying around here somewhere. It's super cool looking. Oh well. Show it some other time. Oh, the Hash has a question. Was the RDJ Franklin Richards seen us on YouTube fan made or after credit? It's both. It's both. In the after credits of the Fantastic Four, the camera is slightly behind Dr. Doom on his side looking at Franklin. Robert Downey Jr. did not film that scene. They don't show his face. You just have Franklin reaching up to him and him holding his mask. You don't see anything. It's just that brief second of just looking at him over his shoulder from behind him. The AI enhanced that scene to turn it around where you see Robert Downey's face. So the seeing his face part is fake. It was in the movie, but did it show? Yeah, there you go. There you go. No, that scene was real. Matters fake. No, it's both, Joe. It's both. There's this clip going around, Joe, where you actually see Robert Downey Jr., but that's not in the movie. Robert Downey Jr. is in no way in the Fantastic Four movie. Feels like some people just want to be unhappy with everything. At this point, yeah, it's like a counterculture thing, and there's different degrees to that. Like what it's kind of like the resistance. You feel like you're part of something, but you're not part of what you like anymore, and you want to be part of something. And there's the people that just, there's some honest and dishonest people that are just in that camp that don't like anything. There's some people just with different standards, but a lot of them might come from a good place and a lot of them might not. But don't ever write everybody off. I think it's easy to figure out which ones do and don't. I will agree with Energon Universe. No bias. Yeah, me neither. No bias at all. Roll out, brother. Avengers and Wolverine series are good. There you go. There's a couple of recommendations. There you go. Ultimate Black Panther. Oh, yeah, dude. I picked up number 1, read it. I'm like, this is lame. This is lame. I'd have to. It's been like was it like a year ago now? I was excited for the Marvel Ultimate stuff. I'm like, well, here you go. Here's a pocket I can get into. Yeah, I'm 37, so X-Men still interests me. See? Yes, your pocket. Although right now I'm wanting more Black Panther, not in an Avengers film. Yeah, they messed up T'Challa, didn't they? At least in the movies. But yeah, if you're looking for Black Panther, comic form at least, just go get Christopher Priest's run. Just go get the Christopher Priest run. Go read that, and then go read anything modern and tell me if the modern stuff's good. And Christopher Priest's run's still technically modern. Still modern. People love to use Disney Plus excuse when Disney film isn't making money. Disney Plus isn't going to stop Predator, Badlands, Utopia 2, Avatar, Fire and Ash from making money. Well, Avatar take out of there. Avatar is an anomaly. Remove the anomalies. Utopia, animated stuff typically does pretty good, but Utopia has been a strong franchise. Predator, Badlands, don't bet on that. I'm looking forward to it, but don't bet on that becoming some kind of like box office juggernaut. That's not going to happen. It'll perform like other stuff that performs relatively successful, I think. I'm not sure the budget on it is. I have to look at that. Marketing's really low on it. I can tell that already. But Disney Plus is a super big indicator. Every single day I see comments, it'll just be on streaming in 2 weeks. It'll just be on streaming. It'll just be on streaming. But I'd be curious, Kev, to wonder how many of those people go to theaters anyway. Would those have ever been ticket sales anyways? I seriously doubt it. Captain America Civil War was the best Avengers movie. There you go. Dark ages of superhero movies might be. We have devolved into a Marvel bashing stream again. Nah, not at all. Not bashing nothing. Marvel Studios is going to be fine. 100%. 100%. We talked about it before. Ultimately, it all comes down to money, right? You can only lose so much money for so long before you have to reevaluate and move forward. Superman was amazing. Yet to see F4. It's good, man. It's good. Yeah. Where I think I guess 100% of them went to see the movie. Just they need to get a wider audience. I was only talking about the real scene. I'm one of those who called it out on the fake thing, and the person who posted it banned me from their channel. It's been posted all over the place. I don't know where it originally posted. Energon Universe is the best thing going on in comics right now, period. I'm excited for Michael Bay returning to the Transformers movies. Only Marvel I'm picking up are the Predator crossovers. Yeah, dude, oh man, I was so close. I was so close. They almost had me with that Predator kills the Marvel Universe. Oh, that looks cool. That looks really, really cool. Avatar just dancing with wolves with Smurfs, LOL. Nah, but I get the joke. I get the joke. I'm a huge Avatar fan. I like to get it avatared in here, but I get the joke. It's funny, dude. At this point, all it does is amuse me. People that hate on Avatar. It's like it's one of those things. Like, I guess it's cool to make fun of this. Go for it. Go for it, bro. When Avatar: Way of Water was coming out, I went and bookmarked posts on Facebook, on Instagram, and came back to them 6 months later after that movie made over $500 million in a weekend. And then people, new articles and new people posting, oh, it only did 500 million, but it needed to make this much to be profitable. I bookmarked those posts too. And when it crossed $1 billion, I went back to them and had my fun. And then when it crossed $2 billion, I went back to it and had my fun. Oh man, I love me some Avatar. I can't wait for Fire and Ash. Can't wait. It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. Superman did well at the domestic box office. Dude, Superman did amazing at the domestic box office. It's crazy to think that its numbers are completely only held up by domestic box office. That's wild. That is wild. And there's more to it than that. Other stuff isn't, it's not just Superman. If you go check out other movies, other stuff isn't operating in China like it used to. China is really banking on their own stuff. And they have Nazar 2 coming to the States here soon. If Kevin's in the chat, if you got any information on that Nazar 2 film that's like this anomaly or Chinese original film that's massive. Oh, I like getting the hard time, brother. I've been to theater one time in 20 years. Why spend that much money out? Family gets more to just wait and watch at home in our comfort. And absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not about comfort. It's not about comfort. It's about taking these kids, taking the time. And can you remember going to the movie theater as a kid? Can you remember like the magic of the cinema, of the anticipation, knowing we're going in a few hours, waiting at home, feeling like time is moving slowly? Then finally your parents say, all right, let's load up the car. It's time to go. And the whole ride there, you're excited, wondering like, are we going to get concessions? Because they've always been expensive. Wondering this and that. And then you get there, you get out and there's the lights. The building is massive, especially when you're little. Think back to your child eyes, seeing how big a theater felt. Walking in and seeing all these posters backlit, these concessions, the smell of the popcorn. Like it's an experience going in there, sitting in a room where this screen is massive, sound system is surrounds you. There's no chance you have to enjoy a movie more than when you know you're turning your phone off, know you're not talking, know you're not planning on getting up. You're just locked in. You're locked in and you're surrounded by people doing a shared experience. Dude, it's a magical experience. There's nothing else like it. You can't replicate it at home. Sure, you can sit on your beanbag chair eating Fritos in your underwear. But nowadays, theaters have recliner seats, this, that, and the third. There's just nothing like it. Nothing like it. Nothing at all like it. It's off to a good start. Craven is working with the Predators and already took out. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Not a fan of Avatar. I prefer Alien or Predator. Dude, Avatar is not my favorite James Cameron stuff either. It's my third favorite. But I love original properties. I love these vast world things. Avatar is just amazing. I remember the magic of Blockbuster too. There was nothing like it. And getting out and going to do it is what helps build that mystique. You know, it's an action you're taking to accomplish something that adds something to the experience versus just turning something on streaming. There's no sense of importance to it. When you add that sense of importance, we're putting forth this effort to go see this, and then you have like this subconscious reaction to lock in like you wouldn't at home. Oh my God. One day, right? One day. Alita Battle Angel was amazing. I bet TJ. The experience of watching something on a movie screen was amazing. Exactly. Exactly, dude. I fight, I plan, and everything to get my kids there. We love it. We love it. That would have been wild. I've seen Superman 10 times now. Got the Steelbook on pre-order. I'm getting the digital copy on payday. Seen F4 6 times. Had to cut back after these bills. That's irresponsible. My boy thought Superman F4 were great, and that's all I really care for. A good time with my boy, 1,000%. Bro, when I go to see some of these movies, I know I'm not going to think are good movies. You know, there's two different ways to watch the movie. You can watch it critically, and you can talk about, was this a good film? What did they do well? What did they do poorly? What could have been better? And then you think, how was my experience while watching it? I saw Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods with my oldest daughter, who we don't get to do too much because she stays busy. And I had a blast because I was with her. I take my kids to go see Jurassic Rebirth. They loved it. I had a blast sitting there with them. The movie's not good. But it was a good time. Nowadays, wearing your underwear is considered dressing up for Walmart. Might be. If I didn't have to struggle my cat and to watch with me, the theater would be perfect. Yeah. I was in North Carolina and accidentally reclined my theater seat. I need to get out of Alabama more. Yeah. It's all about the sound in a movie theater. Watching a movie in Dolby Atmos is phenomenal, and nothing can compare to it. Yeah, that's who Georgia theater companies use. They use a Dolby Atmos system in their GTX. It's kind of like comparable to an IMAX. It's like their version of that. I remember Eman hit his first IMAX last month. Changed his life. Nothing like it. Saw Superman 3 times. There you go. I remember new music release Tuesdays, waiting to get that new album. Physical media in theaters are the bee's knees. Absolutely. I remember seeing Superman 2 at a drive-in as a kid, and it was the most precious time of my life. See, look at that. Chat, all of y'all have these kind of memories. That's what people are robbing themselves of by saying, I can watch it at home. I watch these things at home too. But there's nothing like that experience. Those are memories that don't get forgotten. They don't get forgotten. Matt says, I remember when I was 5 and my mom and dad took me to see Flash Gordon. I'll never forget it. When he was 5. I don't want to guess your age, but I'd guess you're in your 40s, Matt. I'd guess you're in your 40s. You just thought about a memory from 4 decades plus ago, just from talking about the theater experience. A memory you'll never forget with your mom and dad because simply going to a theater. That's the stuff that's worth it, people. I remember going to the music store and getting to listen to music for 30 seconds for free with the headphones. Yes, and the little buttons on there, they'd have like 5 or 6 albums and you'd hit them and it'd just give you a sample. Yes, that's awesome. Whoa. I've been to IMAX movies many times in the past. I'm no rookie. Well, what was it? You posted up something on social media, my first whatever. Then you're like, oh my God, and started sharing about looking up the world's biggest IMAX and found out that it was here in Georgia. 48 years old. Look at that. Let's spin this giveaway and let's get out of here. Remember, free shipping worldwide. We're giving this away. You got to be a subscriber at least to win. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Some beautiful variants for this week. Let's get it going. Oh, let's see. It jumped. Cartier Limited says, all this talk has got me thinking back, and possibly my most watched in the cinema was Mighty Morphin Power. Dude, tell me you're a Rangers fan. That's what, dude, Rangers is what my very first video ever on YouTube doing comic stuff was Power Rangers. Me and Steven with a sleeve right here, we're friends because of Power Rangers. Die hard Power Ranger fan. Bro. Watching Power Rangers the movie countless time in theaters. This is a custom screen ready Green Ranger helmet. Like watching Power Rangers as a kid, seeing Power Rangers the movie, life-changing. Absolutely life-changing. Yes. I was so excited to watch Back to the Future 2 and 3. We're getting ready to spin this, but I want to look at one thing because there's a lot of new names in the chat. I probably hit like a little channel milestone. I noticed it earlier today, but I was at 4,899 subscribers. So now I'm at 4,901. Just past the 4,800 threshold. So less than 100 subscribers away from 5,000 I'm planning on doing a big celebration. I'm going to reach out and talk to some other content creator friends and see if they would be down for an old school giveaway celebration. I remember my dad taking me to see Flash Gordon. He wasn't paying close attention to the poster. LOL. Yes, or dude, Die Hard, OG Power Rangers. Dude, I was in kindergarten when that show dropped. It's amazing. Yes, yes. Ivan Ooze was amazing. Amazing. Mark, you're the man. Thank you so much. You're the man. You're the man. Love that Green Ranger helmet. Yeah, so I've got a dude. Before I got on YouTube, I was on a Power Ranger group on Facebook. Started talking to this guy on the group because just sharing stuff on there. I got all the original figures from Power Rangers, the Zords and everything, sharing some pictures and stuff, and ended up talking to this dude from Belgium. His name is Bart. We become good friends over the years, so much so that last November he came to the United States for the first time ever to come check out the States, and he came and stayed with us and visited. We hit some stores all because of Power Ranger fandom. It is the most non-toxic fandom that exists on the planet. That and the Avatar fandom. It's wild. Airplane's a great movie. All right, let's spin this. I'm sorry, guys. The wife called me and said she's picking up the kids, and my sense of urgency just went out the window. I'm sorry if y'all got stuff to do, places to be. Let's draw this. Thanks again for the subscribers to this stream. Got those extra, crossed that milestone. Thank y'all so much. Boom. Who we got? The real James Willie. James, I think you're in Canada. Do you want to pay the difference in shipping or price tag someone? If you want to price tag someone, you got to pick someone out of the live chat. Because I think you're in Canada, aren't you? You get a $10 shipping credit because that's about how much it costs to ship in the States. So while you drop the comment, if you want to pay the difference in shipping or if you want to prize tag someone, I'm going to draw the extra random cards here. Why didn't it stay up? That's weird. We'll remove that. So we'll pull a couple. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you got a really, really good one. Where you at, James? Looking for your comment. Looking for your comment. So you got Battalion. It's one of the cards for today. Battalion. And you got one of the cosmic cards, Black Condor. And Captain Atom. That's freaking gorgeous. I love Captain Atom. I'm low-key hoping that he shows up in Peacemaker. You know, Peacemaker's a Charlton Comics character. They brought in Judo Master for season 1. I'm hoping that they pull another bag of tricks out. You know, Nightshade, somebody. Price tag Silver Eagle. Silver Eagle, you have been prize tagged. So you need to message me on Instagram. Message me on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, message me on Facebook. Not familiar, but you're getting these books. Justice League Red #1, Superman Unlimited #4, and Wonder Woman #24, all coming your way. Blue Beetle would be great. I talked about it on Sunday night. Blue Beetle is what makes sense, especially knowing that Jaime Reyes is getting the animated series coming up, and we have a little after credit with Ted Kord. So it'd be a great way to bring Ted Kord into the mix. Before that is you got all these little doors to these different dimensions and stuff. So maybe Ted's in one of those. Just got another subscriber too. Thank you guys. Yeah, Ted Kord could be brought in that way. Really need to see it happen. Silver Eagle, just give me a heads up. Where are you going to be messaging me at? Because if I'm not already following you, a lot of times it goes into the little requested folders. You messaging on Instagram, Facebook, where do I need to look for your address at, my friend? Let me know so I can get these books coming your way. IG, awesome. I'll be watching for you. I'm gonna throw in, let's see, what are these? I'm gonna throw in an ABX magnet too, since it was the LCS that hooks up the Tuesday giveaway. Very cool. And thank you so much, James Woolley. That was nice of you to hit the prize tag on him. Very cool stuff. Dude, this is the first time in I think months that we didn't. I don't think a single super chat came through unless it's just not showing up on the StreamYard, and that's crazy. It's the first time in months that we not only didn't hit the super chat giveaway. I don't think there was a single super chat. That's wild. But remember, we have those bonus packs and everything that we do. It says we had one, and I don't see where it is. Completely didn't show up on my end. Fan funding. Let's see. No, it's not even showing up there. No, crazy. Maybe YouTube thinks you're under 18 and that's why you didn't get any super chats. It's not on YouTube. It's listed in there. It's showing up where people can hit it. Just definitely weird. Definitely weird. But yeah. Oh well. I appreciate any and everybody who came and hung out today. Yeah, that'd be a compliment, right? Yeah, Joe says there's one super chat. Hit the fan funding. It's not showing up on my end. It says that I have one super chat. I see that in the goals, but I don't see the super chat. But oh well. You're still my favorite Canadian. Yeah. Dude, I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out, man. It was nice to have the time constraint taken off. My wife is having a mom-son thing that they're doing at Chick-fil-A. So I'm about to have a daddy-daughter evening with Monkey, which I'm excited about. That little psychopath is hilarious. I love her to death. So I'm going to see what she wants to do. Go hang out with her. And then we're watching Alien Earth tonight. Make sure y'all come by Sunday nights at 8:30. We'll be talking Alien Earth, Peacemaker, all that good stuff, reviewing these books from the week. Make sure you don't Shadowcat phase through that like button. Yeah, dude, I appreciate it. Right. Thanks for the milestone, guys. That's really cool. Less than 100 away from 5K. All thanks to y'all. This is not a channel that has bought and sold subscribers. So I appreciate every one of y'all. YouTube doesn't like channels that don't pay for subscribers now. They've really pushed that promotion thing where if any of you ever wondered about that, I went and looked at it because I was curious what other channels were doing when it was being talked about. When you pay to promote a video, the amount that you pay, you get to pick. It's literally a sliding scale that you get to pick how many subscribers you want from your promotion. You literally pay for the subscribers like directly. It's wild. But I'm not doing that. This channel is expensive enough to do the things I do. So, yeah, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.